Across the planet, there are regions where travel becomes extremely difficult. Even today, the world still contains places where travel becomes a true challenge. Today, we are looking at 10 of the most challenging areas on the Earth. The Pacific atolls may look like tropical paradise, but beyond destinations like Bora Bora or Tahiti, the reality becomes very different. Most atolls are extremely isolated, tiny rings of land surrounded by thousands of kilometers of open ocean. Transport is limited, supply ships are infrequent, and many islands depend entirely on the weather. Traveling here is not difficult because of terrain, but because of distance and isolation. The Tibetan Plateau and the Changtang form the largest high-altitude region on Earth. Even major cities like Lhasa are surrounded by vast areas above 4,500 meters. Roads exist, but once you leave them, the landscape becomes a cold, empty highland desert. Travel is slow, the climate is harsh, and altitude affects everything. Franz Joseph Land, deep inside the Arctic Ocean, is mostly ice and rock. It's accessible only during a short summer window, usually by expedition ship. The weather is unstable, conditions change quickly, and most of the archipelago is completely uninhabited. This is one of the most remote parts of the Arctic. If you enjoy exploring Earth's extreme regions, consider subscribing. More videos are coming. Greenland is huge, but nearly all settlements lie on the coast. Just a few kilometers inland, the ice sheet begins, a frozen desert larger than many countries. Traveling across it requires special gear, perfect weather, and often aircraft support. The combination of cold, distance, and isolation makes the interior extremely challenging. Siberia covers an area larger than Europe, yet most of it has no roads. In winter, temperatures can fall below -50 degrees Celsius, and in summer, large parts turn into swamp. Rivers freeze, then flood. Transport depends on short seasonal windows. Regions like Evenkia, Yakutia, and the Putorana Plateau remain some of the least accessible places on the planet. The Congo Basin contains one of the densest and wettest rainforest systems on Earth. Roads are rare, broken, or completely overgrown. Heavy rain, deep mud, swamps, and thick vegetation make even short distances difficult. For many routes, rivers are the only realistic way to move. The Central Sahara, areas like the Tenere, the Libyan Desert, and Tibet is a zone of extreme aridity. There is almost no water, almost no shade, and temperatures regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius. Navigation is hard, sandstorms are common, settlements can be hundreds of kilometers apart. Crossing this region requires careful planning and experience. The highlands of Papua consist of steep ridges, deep valleys, and dense tropical forest. Many villages are reachable only by foot or by small aircraft. Humidity, heavy rainfall, and extremely rugged terrain make movement slow and exhausting. This is one of the least connected mountain regions on Earth. The interior of the Amazon basin is a maze of rivers, flooded forests, and dense jungle. Roads are almost non-existent. Travel depends on boats, and routes change with the seasons. Heat, insects, humidity, and long distances all contribute to the difficulty. This is one of the most logistically demanding environments in the world. Kerguelen, Heart Island, Beauvais. These subantarctic islands lie in some of the roughest waters on the planet. They are far from any continent, have no permanent population, and are accessible only by special expedition vessels. Reaching them is an expedition on its own. The interior of Antarctica is the most extreme environment on Earth. It holds the world's lowest temperatures, the highest ice plateau, and the least biological activity of any region. Travel requires aircraft, specialized equipment, and strict safety protocols. For most people, this is a place that can only be reached through scientific missions. If this kind of geographic content interests you, there is a lot more coming soon. From high plateaus and frozen deserts to remote islands and endless forests, these regions remind us how vast and varied our planet really is. Thanks for watching.